Further to my last uploaded video, I've been trying to delete it because it sounds a little bit nuts, doesn't it? That my brother might have ordered my killing. But then again, a lot of my videos probably sound a little bit nuts. Let me see, I have messages which I can read out or print out or something. I have messages from my brother saying that he was in a trance-like state throughout his childhood. That he doesn't remember his childhood. I have other messages from him saying that he's had no memory of his adult life since his heart op, which was apparently in 2004. He seemed quite cross as to... He said, "You do know I had a heart op, don't you?" In 2004. Yes, somebody told me, but not until after it was over. And as he survived it, and it's bought him another 12 years, there didn't seem to be much to say about that. Nothing I can do will buy me another 12 years. Although I was never a smoker and he is. Still cross. Right. The other thing is that the minute we became joint executors of my father's will, I found myself in a trance-like state with my brother, which I had only ever experienced previously with my father. It seemed like a case of the king is dead, long live the king, and my brother had taken over. I certainly went into a trance-like state when my brother told me that he was going to have this man Peter Raw for our auctioneer, the very man I'd turned into the police 6 years previously, because I knew he was a paedophile. This man who lived in Winchester and we lived in Southampton, or well, at least my father lived in Southampton, and so did I. Numerous auctioneers in Southampton, but no. My brother went down the list of yellow pages, finger down the list, until he came to the name Peter Raw and said, "Yes, I think this is the one." I'll never forget the words. "Yes, I think this is the one." And I said, "Why him?" As I've just said, there are numerous in Southampton. "No, I want this one." My brother took over where my father left off. And I could read out numerous other messages which show him to be a fairly cold-blooded fish. I don't actually have... I wanted to delete it because it sounded nuts, but I don't seem to be able to anymore. Not the bit about the doctors. The doctors have never, ever, in 4.5 years since the diagnosis, done anything at all for my COPD. Nothing at all. And when I read other FB friends who've had this, that, and the other, and the wonderful treatment that they receive for the disease, I just think, what the hell? They've been leaving me to die for 4.5 years. Why? And then I do come round to thinking this is a huge circle. This is a huge, huge, huge circle. It doesn't miss out anything or anywhere. Maybe my brother has, now that he's given up on the reconciliation, said, go ahead and let her die. I don't know. I don't know who his contacts are. I do know that a man who was unemployed for several years after being invalided out of the forces, and then eventually became a security guard, is now having cruises 3 times a year. Can anyone blame me for being suspicious? I ask myself. And certainly his father was well able to order murders, killings, be they slow or fast. As far as I can tell, he's picked up where my father left off. I was going to delete that video, and now instead I'm going to expand on it and explain my thinking. And on some video, when I feel a little better, At the moment my chest is bubbling like a witch's cauldron. In a town where I can't get an emergency appointment with a doctor. Impossible. And I will say it, the last time I saw the chest specialist at the only hospital, well, there is one in Carmarthen, and I'd far rather go there, but the only other hospital, the chest specialist couldn't speak English, which gives me pause for thought. What was more, he was so proud of being the chest specialist. It was all he talked about. Aren't you lucky to have come in tonight? You've got the chest specialist. I'm the chest specialist. That he could speak that much English. Didn't seem to be able to understand much else. And I will bloody say it. I'm scared to go to that sodding hospital. I wouldn't want him. I'd die under his care. For a certainty. But then again, it's pretty much a certainty because actually COPD can be reversed somewhat. It is partially reversible if anyone takes the trouble to do it. But, as I say, since the 3rd of February 2012, no one has taken the trouble to do it. No retraction of what I said about my brother at all. Certainly no retraction ever of what I said about my father. And as to the reason my brother wished me dead on my timeline, I would not accept his 37-year-old son's assertion that his grandfather, my father, was a hero. And I might add that no one else who's ever been raped on a regular basis by her father, and whose father confessed 2 murders to her, would ever accept that man was a hero. He was not a hero. He was a murdering, paedophiliac coward.